What is up, guys? My name is Chase, and welcome back to another episode of Chase's Fireside Chat, the show where I sit here by the fire and talk about anything and everything that is on my mind. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to juggle, but before that, let's get to our icebreaker. This week, I thought it would be fun to answer some would you rather questions, really simple, really fun. So I just brought up this website here, and let's go through, let's say 5 would you rather questions. Number 1. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early? I feel like 20 minutes early, right? Why would you ever want to be? I don't like to be late to things, and granted, sometimes that ends up happening anyways. Even though I know I have to be early to something, I end up being late. So I think being 20 minutes early would always be good. Would you rather lose all of your money and valuables or all of the pictures you have ever taken? That's a tough one, actually. Because I feel like I've taken a lot of really cool pictures, a lot of stupid pictures too. But also I do like my valuables. And it's the thing where my valuables, for example, my computer has all of my pictures I've ever taken on it. Would you rather lose all of your money and valuables or all of the pictures? I would have to say I would rather lose all the pictures, to be honest. I don't know. Number 3, would you rather Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself? Wow. I feel like 10 minutes into my future will never be anything interesting. I feel like there's no circumstance where I would be doing anything different in 10 minutes than what I'm doing now. In 10 minutes, I'm gonna be sitting here in my room, making videos or something. I don't know. It's not gonna be anything interesting. So I almost feel like seeing 10 minutes into someone else's future might be more interesting than my own, which also is selfish. But in the end, I don't know. I think 10 minutes into my own future, probably. Would you rather be famous when you are alive and forgotten when you die, or unknown when you are alive but famous after you die? Basically, would you rather be famous when you're alive or famous when you're dead? I'd rather be famous after I die, I feel like, because then you have that kind of legacy. Then I feel like if you're famous after you die, then in some ways you were famous when you were alive. And then the last one here, would you rather go to jail for 4 years for something you didn't do, or get away with something horrible you did, but always live in fear of being caught? I feel like there's a psychological effect of not getting caught for something you did. So I almost feel like the jail for 4 years. Because then, I feel like no matter what, there's going to be some kind of psychological effect. But I feel like if you go to jail for something you didn't do, that's the thing where they always have those shows about people in jail and stuff. And for me, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I would be a pretty good person in jail, if that makes any sense. Not that I want to go to jail or anything, but I feel like I'm pretty good about following rules and stuff and listening to elders. So I feel like I would be okay in jail. But yeah, having that psychological fear of being caught for something all your life is pretty bad. So probably go to jail for 4 years for something you didn't do. So there's that. And that's our icebreaker for this week. Moving on now to our next segment. I started juggling probably, when did I start juggling? I think almost 2 years ago now. But yeah, it was just something that I got bored with life, and I decided, why the hell not? Juggling might be a fun thing to do. So, it's not something I can put on my resume or anything, but it's something to sort of spend my time with. So I thought it would be fun to just sort of make this little video here where I teach you how to juggle, and here's how that went. What is up, boys and girls? My name is Chase, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to juggle so that when you go to Disneyland and Rey from Star Wars asks you what special skills you have to help the resistance, you can say that you can juggle. True story. So for me, juggling was something that I thought would be a good conversation starter. so that if I'm at a bar or something, then this is a cool little bar trick I could show people. And so basically the first thing you want to do with juggling is just trying to figure out how it works. So essentially the idea with juggling is that it's basically all about arches. So think of McDonald's when you're juggling. I found that it was easier just to start with two things. You know, you could use balls, you could use, for me, it's these little like bean bags. So what you want to do is just try to figure out how to throw them. So starting with two, it's really simple. Just practice throwing one up into the air and then catching it with your left hand. So just keep doing that over and over. You know, same thing, left to right. This is a terrible tutorial. But basically, so throw one up, throw the other one, and then just catch it with the opposite hand. Again, it's all about arches, so that you just want the left to go to the right and then right to go to left. And one thing that I learned is very helpful is to just kind of trust your hands. Trust me, I'm the most uncoordinated person I've ever met in my life. But you just gotta kind of trust that your hands will catch whatever you're throwing. So just try not to pay attention too much to it. Don't actually watch them hit your hands, or else you're not gonna be able to pay attention to what's going on. But yeah, I mean, once you kind of get the hang of that, I also found another kind of good exercise is to practice throwing two in one hand and just catching it. So basically just, you know, juggling with one hand basically is what you're doing. I did this for a long time before I started trying to juggle three. And this is just to kind of be able to keep up with the speed of juggling. Crap. Anyway, once you kind of get the hang of it, you know, in the end, it's gonna take some time. It just takes some time. Like, I found that it's good to just practice, like not even trying to catch it, but just trying to throw it. So you go right, left, right, and you know, don't even catch it, just let them fall to the ground. It's just to kind of get that pattern going. But once you kind of get used to it, then, you know, right, left, right, left, right, left. Damn it. And there you go. You're a regular clown, just like me. I'm 20 years old and I'm making a video about me juggling. What am I doing with my life? So there you have it. That's my little juggling tutorial for you. Not the best tutorial, I feel like there's probably better juggling tutorials on YouTube, but that's the best I got. I hope you can find something useful out of that little tutorial. Anyway, now let's move on to the last segment of the show, Living Lovely. So this is the part of the show where I help you live a lovely life. If you want to leave any kind of questions or, you know, any kind of issues you're having for living lovely, feel free to leave it in the comments below. But for now, this was taken from the advice Reddit. And so this comes from the user CJK, and they say, my birthday is coming up in less than 7 days, and I just feel more alone than I have in a while. And I just don't know what to do anymore. So CJK's issue here is that they have a birthday coming up and they don't really have anybody to spend their birthday with, which is something that I very much sort of, I've been there, and I've been there for a while, for many years, you know, not really having friends to spend your birthday with. It sucks, but you know, what I've learned is that you know, right here, I take some of my stuffed animals, put on a little birthday hat on them. You know, I sit around with my stuffed animals in the living room and play some video games. Here's a picture from one of my last birthdays where I just kind of spent it by myself. But yeah, I don't know. It sucks being alone on your birthday. I know that. You know, I've had first-hand experience, but sometimes it just happens and it sucks. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's terrible advice, I'm sorry, but just know that, you know, I also spent my birthday alone, so it's okay. Anyway guys, that wraps up another episode of Chase's Fireside Chat, the show where I sit here by the fire and talk about anything and everything that is on my mind. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you again soon. Bye.